Hello guys, and welcome to this new video. So we are playing against Dmitry Komarov, the famous Dmitry Komarov. I hope, at least I think so. Watching the finger, it's hard to know, but let's hope it's him. So we have a Scotch. We have a Scotch here, bishop c5, bishop e3. This is all theoretical. Of course, here the little trap. I'm straining knight c6. Turning the queen and bishop c5, so queen f6. This is a theoretical move. c3, protecting the knight. Knight e7, g3, with the idea to play bishop g2. So there is bishop g2 to avoid d5. And then I'm going to castle. By the way, I've been reading a bit the finger, which means the things the player is writing on ICC with their nickname, which is called finger, and it seems that it's not a real Komarov. It's just a tribute to him. So d6. So now we have to take a decision with this knight on d4. So we achieved our development. And after knight d2 here, which would be the logical move, we are losing a pawn because of knight takes d4. I mean, the queen is not covering the knight anymore. So I could go either knight e3 with the idea to go knight c4. Either I could play something else. But I love knight a3. This is a typical move for me, not for everybody. So it means maybe not a great move, but I love the fact I can land on c2 or on c4. Also when I land on c4, I'm attacking the bishop, so now knight e5. So I'm protecting the c4 square. I just go h3 because I don't want to see knight g4. And this knight is still useful here, because knight c4 is impossible. And after f4, I will be able to play knight c4, protecting the bishop and attacking his bishop. So not an easy task here for black, because he could not play d5. When he didn't play d5, there was a theoretical line when a moment where he could play it, but he didn't. So bishop e6, let's play now f4. We attack the knight, so if he goes knight c4, I just thread those knights, and I just go rook e1, protecting my bishop. So I could thread this b1 knight against the c6 one, and I could continue building my very strong center. So here I believe I have to try to play e5 at some point. Maybe a move like king h2 might be interesting. d5. I do believe e5 is an interesting move. Or can I play b3? The bishop goes backward and I just win the pawn. I'm just starting with b3. Can I just take it? e5 is inviting as well. Can I go e5, queen g6, g4, trying to trap the queen? Then he has a move like queen d3. Wait, I mean, this position is really looking promising. e5, queen g6, g4, queen d3, take, rook d1, bishop a6 back. Maybe it's not too much, it's not that much. If pawn takes d5, rook protects it, and then I play c4, it goes c6. I'm unsure. Let's go e5. Pawn takes was probably the best move. We'll check with the computer afterward. But I felt the game is... I'm losing a bit of control of the game, and I prefer to have this dominant position in the center. I mean, queen d3, take, rook d1, bishop a6. This bishop is away forever, ever. f5. I don't think even about this move. I can at least take, and queen d5 check. Can I do anything else? Okay, let's play a bit quicker from now on, because we have just 2 minutes 14. But I love this e5 pawn. You know what, guys?
Check.
I really love it. Okay, let's go queen e4, centralizing the queen. Everything is protected. It's just a pawn up. Oh my god, I just forgot this one. Oh. Okay, let's take and go c4. I'm still doing good though, because this bishop on a6 needs years to come back in the game, but it was just winning for me. So c4, now I'm turning c5. I believe he has to take on e3. I think he's pretty much forced. Ah, Jesus. Queen f4, beautiful tactic. I should have seen it, of course. Let's go rook d1. I mean, open files. Let's make some endgame. Let's make some endgame magic. This is a good move. Can I go e6, rook here, and rook d7? Okay, let's try to do that. Okay, let's go rook f3. So I'm trying to double the rooks on the 7th file. This is pretty classical though, nothing special. So if he takes, I think rook d7 rook f7 is really annoying, because if I get these 2 rooks on the 7 files, this is going to be an hard task to defend for black. 1:15 left for Dmitry. And this rook f3. It's looking good. Maybe he has to play b5, rook f7, take, rook here. And then I maybe take on c7, or maybe I play c5. Okay, he takes, I take back. Let's go rook f7. Okay. My pawn is protected. He cannot play b6. He cannot play. He goes c6 here. Let me bring my king. Is he defending that? King f2 was probably a mistake. So now if king e7, I'm taking on g6. Sorry for the lack of commentary, but yeah, it's just few time on the clock. And I need to win this one. Okay, I gotta push this pawn.
Check.
Okay, bishop e4. I believe the pawn is passing.
Check.
Is going over there. So king g5 now. The pawn is really doing good.
Check.
Yeah, king f6 and rook c8 is coming.
Checkmate.
Okay. Interesting game. Interesting game. Let's go back to the start. Use the engine. So I will play the opening moves quickly as usual. So queen f6, I said, if you go like knight f6, this is a trap. Knight takes c6, pawn takes c6, and bishop c5. Okay, the thing is that when you take on c6, you attack the queen and the bishop. So he has no time to play bishop e3, you just take the queen. So this is a little trap. Queen f6, c3 is theoretical. g3. Here the move is probably pawn to d5. Here the theoretical move is pawn to d5, bishop to g2, pawn to e4, knight to b5, bishop e3 check. This is a strange line.
Check.
Knight c7 check, king f8, just showing it quickly. Castle in order to protect the checkmate. Now you attack the rook and the bishop. He saved the rook and you eat the bishop. And well, black is slightly better. This is a very strange position to play. Okay, so g3, castle, bishop g2, bishop b6, castle, all that is logical, d6. Knight h3, the first line of the computer, so decide here to bring either knight to c4 or c2. Okay, knight e5 makes sense. h3, I don't want to the knight to land over there. Bishop e6. Okay. So this is the next critical position in the game. Here he decided to go d5. I don't think this is a good move. I think he better try to keep the position like that, like knight c6. The computer move makes sense, a logical one, or yeah, knight c6 because it gives backward squares to the queen. So he went d5, now b3, bishop a6, and I decided not to take the pawn because after he takes, I thought he would play like that, and there is like a lot of annoying diagonals here, and I thought I could not keep the pawn. So c4 was the move I thought, of course, and c6. And here I didn't really know what happens. I see the computer gives an advantage, but I mean, in a blitz game, I don't want to play that. You're losing control of the game here, I believe. I mean, it's really 50-50 double-edged game. So I decided to keep the position close with e5, which is, by the way, the best move. Queen g6 and g4. So I thought if he goes queen d3, we trade, rook d1, bishop a6. The bishop is so misplaced that I have an important advantage. So I wanted to play, as happened in the game, by the way, against this bishop that is just dead in h6. So I decided to go f5, pawn takes, knight takes, queen takes f5, queen takes d5 checks.
Check.
Makes sense, king h8. And here I just had, yeah, to take the bishop. And maybe to go rook e4, no. I think that it's hard to defend this pawn. So computer exchange, push e6, push e7. Yeah, and you don't, sorry, no, that's one. This one, and you dominate because you have the open fight. Okay, this was hard to find. So
check.
I went queen e4. I just didn't see this pin. So c4 now. Logical move. I want to kill the bishop. I mean, I want to bury it on a6, and I'm turning c5, bishop f4. So take.
Check.
Take. Rook e8, e6 was the move the computer said. I believe rook d1 is a better one because I want to introduce myself on d7. Rook f7, e6. Rook here, rook d7. So logical. Putting a piece on the 7th file. g6. And rook f3 to bring another one. Take, rook d8, rook f7, king here. And here bishop d5 is winning for some reason. what happens after f6? Ah, bishop e6, yeah. And this must be over. Yeah, because I'm showing rook e7, rook h7, and rook h8 check when the king comes to f8. Just didn't see bishop e6. I just forgot I could bring bishop to e6. So I went rook e7, king over there, rook takes, c6. Okay, now it's simply hard to play bishop e4. I miss so many simple moves. I played against his clock too much, bishop e4, yeah, it's very easy. Okay, king f2, king g8, rook e7, king f8, rook e6. So to have an eye on the pawn. So anyway, a way or another, he has to go to his endgame, and now pushing the h pawn, and I thought it's unstoppable. So h5.
Check.
Check. Bishop e4. So protecting the rook to prepare the pawn push. H6, rook e2.
Check.
Give a check. King f4. Yeah, so I thought he might have stopped the pawn, but I mean the way I played it at the end was perfect with this h pawn, and so it's unstoppable. The thing is that you have 4 pieces playing against 2, the rook and the king, and the bishop, as you see. I mean, this bishop is really the key of the game. It went on a6 and it never came back to the game.
Check.
And so everybody was able to win the game. It's a bit the same idea that we had in the game between Winter and Capablanca. You can find a video on my channel. It's even opening on your screen now, so you can click on that and have a look at this video. It's a bit the same idea of the bishop being buried. So I hope you enjoyed this video against Dmitry Komarov. Thank you very much for watching it. Have a nice day. Don't forget to like or share the video. Bye.